Perched at the end of the continent where the fog never quite seems to dissipate, the outer sunset is a part of the city that many San Franciscans can go years without visiting.
But overlooked places are often where the most creative and delightful things grow. While there certainly were rough seas to weather as COVID cases rose and residents were made to stay inside, an explosion of creativity and new beginnings took place out where the ocean meets the city.
We got some good places we're gonna stop today.
Yeah. I'm excited to be out here. I never come out here, not nearly enough.
I don't come out here enough either, but I'm so excited to explore it.
Yeah, we're gonna visit the Outer Sunset Farmers Market and Mercantile. We're gonna go to Damn Fine Pizza.
We're going to Damn Fine Pizza. We're gonna have a damn fine good time.
And we're gonna visit the homie, Uncle Nate. It's gonna be so much fun.
Learn about some San Francisco art.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning.
First up, the Outer Sunset Farmers Market and Mercantile. During the pandemic, founder Angie Pettit-Taylor realized that the Sunset's sprawling avenues were the perfect backdrop for an epic outdoor promenade. We caught up with Angie to hear the market story and talk to some of the vendors who supply it.
What was the impetus to begin this whole thing?
I organize Sunset Mercantile, which are pop-up marketplaces that are community-based markets that support small businesses. They're festive and family-friendly, so there's a little something for everybody there. And this has evolved out of that.
How hard was it to start this with going through the city processes?
It was so hard. It's so hard. Then to throw a pandemic into the midst of it, very challenging. We created a space that seemed to have made the community feel comfortable, that the kids could come out and still safely play, and after so many months of being isolated, to bump into each other out here. It's been very special.
How did you go about finding the different vendors and farmers to get involved?
A lot of these artisans, food artisans and food vendors here are Sunset based. The first piece of it was to get the farmers, obviously, at a farmer's market. It is a gamble to go into a new marketplace where it's not established, and farmers have a lot to risk. They have to grow more in order to do another farmer's market. It's not that easy.
What is this one?
So we have here opal, and this is called monkwa, and it's like the Asian zucchinis. Stir fries and soup. Delicious.
During the pandemic, when did you realize that you got this, it's gonna get better?
You know, it could be worse than this. You know, we could not have a farmer's market. I could not have no income, you know, and be struggling. But thankfully, the San Francisco County allowed us to come out here and give people a beautiful produce. This is a beautiful part of town. You know, you have vegetables, arts and crafts. We all help each other. I think it's a perfect market.
How long have you been doing pottery for?
65 years.
That's all?
That's all. I'm a big beginner.
What do you think of how the neighborhood's changing?
The market has changed our neighborhood around here. This market has been a saving grace for me. For all the vendors here, it's really helped us through the pandemic.
Tell us about the gumbo.
You know, I truly believe that gumbo is the most important food to American culture. It's a true melting pot dish. It's a dish that really brings people together. I've never seen a fight when there's a bowl of gumbo present, right? Unless your uncle grabs that last crab leg. Angie, she had been thinking about doing this farmer's market for a while. She gave me the call, and it was literally, I would say, a life-changing and life-saving phone call. Sometimes people just come to talk, right? It's gumbo social.
Hold on, you want to do a quick trade?
We aren't being social. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Mikey likes it?
They did it. You did it.
Next, we headed deeper into the fog and into the basement studio of artist Nate Tan. Nate is a longtime graffiti artist whose work can be found in gallery shows, commissioned on walls and canvases hung in people's homes, and screen printed on clothing for his fashion line, New School. Hello.
Hey, Megan.
Hello. Good to see you, Nate.
Hey, Stuart.
So Nate, tell us what we're checking out here.
So I grew up here in the city, and during the 80s, I was a big spray can artist, graffiti writer, and that was something that really taught me everything with art. I guess I call it my roller coaster series. I went deep into the San Francisco theme, the 415 theme. Being a local, a native, I've seen the city change so much. Change is inevitable, but I feel like one purpose with my work is documenting San Francisco, whether it's how it looks right now, how it used to look. I feel like sharing that through my work maybe will make my audience be curious about the old SF.
So tell us about your clothing line.
New School is my clothing line. I opened it in 2004. I sell to a lot of small family-owned boutiques here in the city. I drew these on paper with a pencil, and then from there I digitized it and turned it into a silk screen. It's all screen printed here in the Bay Area, and then this is more of a sketchy art style of the bridge. This one's cool because it glows in the dark.
Ooh. Wow. So how did you feel about your duty to document the city during the pandemic?
I guess the thing I really wanted to do was to just contribute to the situation. And the situation over a year ago was that we're all locked up in the house, and there was a real need for art at home. I started these drawing lessons called Uncle Nate's Creativity Time. I'm going to teach you how to draw the Golden Gate Bridge in a few simple steps, and you'll need a few supplies. I did a couple of lessons and I posted them to Facebook, and people really seem to like them. If I could inspire kids now while they're really young to enjoy art, to express themselves through art, I feel like I've done a good thing.
And finally, we stopped by a new pizzeria generating buzz and tons of customers on Judah Street. Damn Fine Pizza is the brainchild of Laura Seymour, a former interior designer who, in the middle of the pandemic, bought the lease where Damn Fine now operates and then taught herself to make pizza. In that order.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, friends.
So what do we got going on here?
So today I'm going to show you guys how to roll some dough, how we do it at Damn Fine. Your jacket's off, apron's on, and we'll get it going. This is definitely not a traditional pizza crust that we're making here. It was a recipe in the making for a very long time. We had a feeling like it had to be sourdough.
We're in the pandemic and you looked at all these businesses closing and you said to yourself, I'm going to open up a pizza place.
This was a dream in the making since before the pandemic. So we found the space, we had the dream, and we committed. So when the pandemic happened, we were probably like 4 months away from ideally opening, but that was obviously delayed. We wanted to have a community-focused space, but we also needed something we felt like we didn't have out here, which is wood-fired pizza.
How terrible is this one?
Pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, yeah. How did the community come out and support what you were doing?
Oh, I mean, it was insane. People were so gracious, and I think really just wanted to support another business in this crazy time. This is my favorite community in all of the city. It's a place where you can still find a mixture of all kinds of different people, and there's something really great about that in the fabric of a city.
What is the future for Damn Fine Pizza?
We're super focused on finally becoming a full-scale restaurant. We're gonna be expanding our menu, pastas, appetizers, and we'll probably do a real grand opening.
Are we invited?
You're, of course.
All right, we'll be here.
No doubt.
Eat food instead of make food.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, that was a fun day.
Wasn't it? I truly love the sunset.
We got to see so many cool people doing so many cool things. People who took the terribleness of the pandemic and said, well, I'm gonna do something new.
This has been an up-and-coming community for a really long time, but now I really feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have all these new businesses like Damn Fine Pizza, which I'm just in complete awe of.
And then Uncle Nate's Creativity Time was such a cool thing.
It's clear that he has like mad love for San Francisco. Everyone who is a part of the farmers market.
There's so many heartfelt people who were so stoked to be out there serving the community, and they'd had a good gumbo.
Yes, they did.
I have a feeling I will be back here soon. Maybe when the fog goes away. Actually, I love the fog.
I love the fog too. It's San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.